You're doing something different. You're riding a little bit more of a hybrid board that allows you to do some nose riding. So tell us a little bit about the approach there.
Just like you said, different. Everybody is on the shortboard style. They're all looking pretty much the same. Definitely some standouts, but just trying to switch it up and stand out from the rest.
So one of these standouts is none other than Brent Pasco.
Oh man, I don't know about standing out, but I'm trying to stand up.
There you go. You had some very nice turns yesterday, like right off the lip. Today in the morning was pretty much of a toss-up. It was a very difficult first and second heat. People were still warming up. How was it?
Yeah, this morning was rough. Joe threw a pretty good party last night, so a lot of us were trying to get our sea legs underneath us. A lot of fun. The high tide's tough. There's a big push that comes back out off the cliff. And I mean, I was riding a little bit bigger board than I normally do this morning, and I was having a hard time just standing on it. But it was really fun. I mean, anytime you can get the lane with 4 of your friends, you're stoked.
That's right. Usually this is a very crowded lineup. So Chuck, it looks like the tide is dropping. There might be some of the waves coming from maybe the point through the middle peak, maybe all the way to indicators. So you have a bigger board. Are you looking forward to that, or how are you planning that?
Absolutely. I can get around these guys on their shortboards and position. And also, when it's kind of soft between the two peaks, I'm able to get through it a little bit easier.
So Chuck, you also ride some very big waves. We've surfed together. He's local from San Diego. Any adventure, anything you've been up to lately?
I just spent, what was it, February going into March over in Hawaii. And we got some really good swells.
So what does that mean? I mean, what did you surf? Some pretty good swells. I was surfing, I don't know, Waikiki, you know, Beach Boys. So what was it?
We surfed Kauai.
So that's Piahi, that's Jaws. Did you go out there?
That's Maui.
No, that's Maui. See, I'm getting all confused. Yes, blame it on me. Call me a kook. That's fine. Alrighty. So Brent, you've been traveling too. I see Brent all over Foursquare. If you haven't started following Brent on Foursquare to get some laughs, you definitely got to do that. So I'm sitting at home there and I see Brent Pasco in Costa Rica. Brent Pasco, I don't know, what's going on, Brent?
Yeah, the Costa Rica trip was really cool. You know, they're doing the Dave Bainey Supsurf Skills Camp down there, and I got to go along and help out Dave with some of the coaching and you know, just moving boards around, stuff like that. So yeah, that was an epic trip. I can't say enough about it. I mean, I always thought Costa Rica was crowded and played out, but our first 4 sessions, we didn't even see footprints on the beach. It was just insane. Yeah, it was really fun.
Those howler monkeys can be pretty scary. Did you come across those?
They make for an early wake-up call, that's for sure.
All right, so we're going to start setting up. The women's heat should be coming up here any moment. We already see some women out there in the lineup, so we're going to go for a quick break here. I'll go back to the commentators booth, guys. Thanks again. Good luck. We're going to stay watching closely, broadcasting HD. So again, rip it up. See you guys later.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, and we are back, and I'm all warm and comfy here. We're about to watch the women's final heat. That is right, the women's final heat. And in that heat, we have Diane Wenzel, Candace Appleby, Terry Plunkett, still a question mark. I just talked to her, and she got 84 stitches. And that's not a hyperbole. I'm speaking literally here. She got about 84 stitches from yesterday. She was riding a wave. She still doesn't quite know what happened, but she believes that the rail hit her head, and the rail, the fiberglass split, and then it just got, caused a cut from her forehead all the way to the back. So she literally has about 84 stitches, and the doctor told her not to get in the water. I also advised her not to get in the water, and I believe that the women might be looking for a replacement there, and for the top contender from the semifinal, perhaps to join the final lineup of athletes. So the lineup, though, as it stands now, we're looking at Diane Wenzel, Candace Appleby, Terry Plunkett, and Morgan Hostry. I know that Morgan has been quite busy here on the Santa Cruz trip. She has some friends down in Capitola, and she was visiting with them. But we hope that she has been able to make it to her final heat. So Diane Wenzel is from Southern California. She is there in Orange County in the Laguna Beach area. She has a very strong background in surfing. She was representing the ISA, the Canadian team at the ISA Stand-Up Paddle Festival and Contest down in Peru last month, back in February. Then we have Candace Appleby. No need for introductions, right? That is the highest female profile in the SUP world. She's an all-star athlete with a strong background both in surfing and racing. Like Duke said, I believe there is no race that Candace Appleby has not claimed the top spot. So Candace Appleby, the greatest female name in the SUP world in that lineup. And then we also have Terry Plunkett. Terry Plunkett, another female surfer from Southern California. She's also in Orange County with a strong background. Both Diane Wenzel and Terry Plunkett, they tend to surf together, I believe, and also they race together, although they do favor surfing over racing, but you will find them occasionally on some SUP races as well, especially down in Southern California. I know that Terry Plunkett has gotten into whitewater stand-up paddleboarding about, I think it was last year or the year before, at the Vail Games in Vail, Colorado. There is Terry Plunkett right there. So Terry had the 84 stitches. They're born in the USA. She date of birth in 1969. She's 43 years old, 5'6", and 136 pounds regular stance. So she is surfing on her front side. And we wish her all the best, and we hope that she will be healing from those 84 stitches ASAP. And I also hope that the hype of watching these great surfing conditions here will not get into her head and get her to go out. We do want her to be safe and to heal as soon as possible. So there you're looking on the screen, that there is Terry Plunkett. We also have Morgan Hostry. Morgan is, although it comes all the way from, I believe, Oahu, she is an all-around water woman. There is Morgan, born also in the USA, 32 years old. She stands 5'8" inches tall, 5 feet 8 inches tall, 140 pounds, and she is working on her backhand. She is a goofy footer just like myself. So Morgan Hostry has an incredible background in free diving, also prone paddleboarding and stand-up paddle racing, as well as SUP surfing. She has paddled all the Hawaiian Islands in the project with Jenny Kalmbach called Destination 3. That was one of the first main feature films in stand-up paddle surfing. Shout outs to Chris Aguilar and the crew who worked on that project. So a pretty robust lineup of women, and the game is on there in the water. You can already see there. You have Candace Appleby, Morgan Hostry, and Diane Wenzel. We're still trying to find out who is going to be the fourth woman. And it looks like the fourth woman is the one in green. So at your screen there, we've got incredible sub-surf conditions. The winds are fairly light, blowing from the northwest. We're highly sheltered here at Steamer Lane. It looks like Green is gonna go for the first wave on the inside. Here is Green working her way in. We're gonna be bringing that up on the screen. There is Green. Green up and riding on the inside. That is the first wave of the heat. She has decided to be closer to Middle Peak. Middle Peak is still not quite going off. Most of these waves are coming from around the point. So let me give you a little bit of the background here of what you're looking at. So outside on the left side of your screen, and we're going to be bringing that up in just a bit, here is the lineup that we're looking at. We got all the girls on the outside waiting for the set. There they are. And that is the point. So that's on the north side of Steamer Lane. They're going to be catching that wave, and it's a pretty tight takeoff. There we have Candace Appleby in position, trying to go for her first wave. It looks like she will catch it. Here is where sup racing comes handy. Candace Appleby is up and riding. There is Candace Appleby lining up perhaps for a cutback. Yet there goes the cutback going into the pocket, getting the speed up. Another turn. Candace Appleby up and riding. The tide is still pretty high, so the waves are. There goes Candace Appleby off the lip, but she doesn't make it. So the tide is still pretty high. They are very close to the cliff. That is no optical illusion. They're very close to the cliff. Green is up and riding. Here you have on the screen. Green is closer to Middle Peak. She's hoping that that wave will make it all the way in. It looks like that one will line up. There she goes. That could be a very long ride. On the outside on your screen is Pink working the backhand. And that could be, that is Morgan. Yeah, that is my fellow goofy footer, Morgan Hostry. Now up and riding, we have black. That should be Diane Wenzel. She is down, but that was a nice wave. A little bit of a speed right after the takeoff. So Diane Wenzel, everyone from Southern California. Pretty nice lineup of women. Most of these women, obviously all these women have very strong background in surfing, so we're stoked to see a lot of female sub-surf talent. That's one of the things that usually you don't see in the sport. Surf tends to be very male-dominated, especially coming from a regular surfing background. Typically, the breakdown in the lineup tends to be about 90% male, 10% female, if not even like something like 98% male, 2% female. So having women set up here and representing our female counterparts in the lineup is something quite memorable and something to take it to heart. We definitely want these sports to be really well-rounded. And here is Candace Appleby, as well-rounded as one can be, working that face, and it doesn't quite work it for her. On the outside is Diane Wenzel. That is a beautiful set wave. She's working it really well. There she goes, working a bit more off the top, and there she tries to, doesn't quite make it. Diane Wenzel. So yes, it is quite refreshing to see women in the water, and I am very proud to be a part of this and bring it to you live. We're going to bring the instant replay here, brought to you by Oakley on the Candace Appleby wave. Here it is. There goes Candace. Pretty nice takeoff all the way on the outside. Sets up for that bottom turn. The lip doesn't allow for her to go all the way up. Kind of closes out for her. She opens, goes to the open face. A little bit of a turn into the pocket right there. She will then line up looking for a bit more of a face. There we go. That's where it gets tricky, people. You go for that turn. A little bit of buckets on the outs, like throwing on that turn. But you've got to be careful with that whitewash.
In black, it is Diane Wenzel. In blue, Candace Appleby. Candace Appleby, the champion of yesterday's distance race. She is a phenomenon. Is that really Terry Plunkett out there? In green. Terry, can you hear us? I'd be amazed. It's not. Can you guys know? I know she went and got some stitches yesterday. And out there in pink, that is Morgan Hostry. Morgan, super fast yesterday.
Really loud here. Just
Now out there in the SUP shootout, Diane Wenzel's out there paddling for Team Canada. Look at this set out there on the horizon, all eyes out there. Here it comes, some bombers from the outside. Welcome to Steamer Lane, y'all. Here comes the hog. Let's see who can get it. If my eyes are correct, that could be. All right, that is Candace Appleby. That is up and riding right now. Candace Appleby with a beautiful right-hander at the moment. Nice little slash right there. I hear the shutter and the camera's going off. Tapping in this moment. Half the lane, working it. Coming up, setting up for something big on the inside. Boom, off the top. Wilson sticking. Unfortunately, it takes a couple nonetheless. A fantastic first ride from Candace Appleby. All right, well, Terry Blunkett's here. Where are you, Terry? She gave up her spot. That is Kim Gomez in green right now. Terry, we're glad you're okay. I owe you a beer from yesterday. 4-5. I'm sure she's got some Vicodin in her.
Okay, we just got a quick update here. So, as we were talking about earlier, let's give you the update in just a bit. Right now, we have black up and riding, and that is. That actually looks like Morgan Hostry, right? Diane Wenzel, that's right. So we're talking about Terry Plunkett. We got Kim Gomez replacing Terry Plunkett. Terry Plunkett has the 84 stitches, so we wish her well. But up and riding here is Diane Wenzel in black, just really working that wave. Diane Wenzel has had a very great wave selection thus far. The heat just started about 5 minutes ago. And Diane Wenzel already with about 2 good waves under her belt. And this is the final, ladies and gentlemen. It is not just a matter of scoring the top 3 waves and advancing on. Now you got to go all the way aiming for the highest spot in the heat. There is no settling for seconds. You got to have the highest scores. The top 3 waves will count. And the surf couldn't be better. We got the surf pumping and a beautiful lineup. So just a quick recap. Diane Wenzel is in black. We got Candace Appleby out there.